Recycling. On average, Americans throw away nearly 4.4 pounds of trash every single day. While 4.5 pounds may not seem like much, this collective waste results in over 728,000 tons of trash created daily, or 63,000 full garbage trucks created daily in the United States alone. These piles of waste must have somewhere to go and consequently get thrown into oceans or landfills, both of which result in wildlife creatures getting endangered or killed. However, creating a mandate in which recycling in the United States should be required would immensely reduce the amount of trash being thrown out. In order to combat this staggering influx of waste being created, recycling should be required in the United States because it benefits the environment, conserves energy, and introduces new job opportunities. The average person doesn't think about where their trash goes after it's thrown out, so it's gotta go somewhere, right? Studies have shown that recycling can significantly reduce both carbon emissions in the atmosphere and trash in the ocean. Local efforts in King County, Washington, one of the best companies when it comes to recycling, goes into details about recycling, stating, "Using recycled materials to make new products reduces the need for virgin materials. This avoids greenhouse gas emissions that would result from extracting or mining virgin materials. Since mining and extracting lead to various greenhouse emissions, cutting off the need to mine new materials by recycling old ones would reduce the gas being released into the atmosphere." Simple, right? Adding on to that, according to San Jose Recycling, the United States is able to keep 35% of waste out of these landfills due to recycling as well as composting efforts. But what if we added that mandate of recycling across the country? Imagine how much bigger those numbers would be. Not only does it have an aspect of environmental conservation, it also has extreme financial significance. As I mentioned, recycling materials eliminates the needs to produce or collect new material. Skipping this step would conserve energy as well as money. According to Conserve Energy Future, an organization dedicated to education about recycling, when you recycle aluminum cans, you save about 95% of the energy required to produce those cans from raw materials. And consequently, reliance on foreign oil is reduced, which also helps you save money in the long run. Considering the billions of dollars of debt that the US is in right now, conserving energy and money would be a pretty good option. And then obviously the materials will be sourced locally. The United States Environmental Protection Agency states that recycling increases economic security by tapping a domestic source of materials. This also means new career opportunities for those who need it. This means a financial gain for us as well as the amount of energy used for us. Friend of the Earth, an international company dedicated to spreading information about bettering the planet, states roughly 30,000 of the new jobs would be in recycling directly and roughly 20,000 more in supply chains in the wider economy. It's a boost for the American economy and a boost for individuals as well as a decrease on the reliance on foreign aid and materials. But Julia, recycling isn't cheap. It's actually more expensive to recycle than it is to throw it all out. Yes, it is true that recycling is more expensive than just simply throwing your trash out. For now. While it is also more economical in the short term to throw materials in a landfill and forget about them rather than sort, clean, and process them into new objects, it is naive and irresponsible to believe that this is always going to be true. In the future, we are not going to have plenty of space to just throw out our trash and forget about it. It is also commonly argued that a recycling mandate is unrealistic and enforceable. Different states have different recycling needs, thus making a federal mandate unnecessary. Blue Ridge Outdoors, a nature organization with an emphasis in conservation states, less populous western states with lots of extra land for siting landfills might not be as inclined to push for higher recycling rates as those crowded eastern states with less room to store their trash. While it's true that every state has different needs for recycling, this just means different climates in which recycling will occur under a federal mandate. While the mandate shouldn't be the exact same in every state, it should be customized and varied to meet the different states' needs. Overall, while this mandate will be initially expensive and must be customized according to individual states, the time and money it will initially take to be successful across all 50 states is outweighed by the tremendous benefits this mandate will create. In conclusion, while a federal recycling mandate will initially cost the United States a tremendous amount of time and money, in the long run it will benefit the environment, the economy, and create new jobs and opportunities now and for future generations. Between the conservation of energy, reduced need to rely on foreign sources for material, and employment opportunities at recycling, sorting, and processing centers, the benefits of such a mandate outweigh any downfalls. Overall, mandating recycling across the entirety of the United States will be a step in the right direction for a better future for all Americans.